Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about Android 8.0. Officially on the 21st of August, they made the announcement that Android Oreo will be Android 8.0. And it is actually available officially, no longer in beta, for our Pixel XL, Pixel devices, Nexus devices, and all of these devices that are essentially just pure Android running from Google. So I'll give you guys a link in the description to get more information about that. But let's go ahead and check out the final build of Android 8.0 and what are the last minute tweaks that Google decided to do before they made this thing official. This is TK and this is XDA TV. One of the main features that you're going to notice on this device right out of the box is now that we support double tap to get notification. You double tap the screen, you'll notice there's a little bit of, that we have a YouTube video, a YouTube creator content notification, as well as a Google Play. We'll unlock our device. The launcher with the Pixel launcher is still very similar to the way we've seen it in the beta. We still have Google Now sitting on the left side. We still have access to the Google search on the top. You have access to the weather using the weather widget, and it'll show you the local weather. You also have the ability of looking at these little dots. So this came with the beta, and essentially it gives us access to be able to see the notifications specific to this application. The dot indicates that there is a notification. Now you could see it in the notification shade, or you can see it here. Speaking of the notification shade, gestures with the fingerprint gives us access to be able to open up the entire notification shade without having to touch it. This is the standard launcher. Again, just everything looks pretty much the same. You still have the ability to do the actions, so you can go in here on, let's say, Twitter, scan QR code, new message, new tweet, or search. I just wanted to show you guys a quick thing with the picture-in-picture update. So here it is, a full screen video running on YouTube within Chrome. I can hit home, and then now we have the picture-in-picture functionality, ability to actually watch it, go up, and you can actually listen to it, watch it, and do whatever you want. Let's go back here. One of the other options for picture-in-picture is obviously going to be within YouTube. I do want to mention that you do need to be a YouTube Rep subscriber for this to work. The option that I showed you the first time with using Chrome does not require any subscription, as long as the video is playing in full screen, you minimize it and it'll just pop up. But here, I'll go ahead and hit home. You'll notice the video does the exact same thing. I can interface with it. I can change the audio volume. I can just say expand. It brings it up back. The notification shade has changed also. You notice my Chrome tab now shows specifically the video and a small preview what that video looks like, with the ability to go play, pause, and skip. And of course, YouTube has the exact same functionality, as well as Google Play Music. So it's a much better interface for the notification shade, and you can basically minimize them if you want. Also, you can customize the ability to snooze them, put them away and have them come back later, or you can customize it. If you don't want to see a notification, let's say from Android Studio or YouTube Studio, just the creators, just take it out. You'll never see that again. And you can just say done and everything goes away. Settings tab has been revamped from what we have in Android M. So Marshmallow had the tab where we were able to drag from the left. Now we don't have that. It's categorized in a much better organization manner in the sense of connections. All of them are under the same tab. Apps, configuration, advanced. So you have 74 apps, notifications for all of those applications, app permissions. Default applications are now set within here for your browser, your home app, your phone app, your SMS app, tap and pay, and of course opening links, so you can also customize those. Under battery, we have the battery option directly. You can add the percentage up there. The battery percentage is added. Adaptive brightness is also available, turning off the screen brightness. You can see the battery usage on here based on what you have. You can turn on battery saver if you want to also, or you can see also the percentage of how much battery was consumed by a specific application. You can limit background processes or background data availability. We'll get into that in a second. Going into the display functionality, we have brightness, night mode on. You can set up the actual timing of that. Wallpaper is the new Wallpaper Picker. You'll notice we still have that. It's all in here. Very nice. The ability to pick out from different, cityscapes, life, earth, landscapes, and I actually did use one of these backgrounds for this backdrop. Under advanced, you can set up the sleep time, the font size, the screen, mostly configuring the DPI. And of course, you also have the option of going to reduce blur whenever you're in VR, and the ambient display is turned on. Double tap to check phone, I have it on. Lift to check, I have that off, but essentially it's the same. You just pick up your device, and once it recognizes that, it turns on the screen in an ambient mode to see your notification. Sound, we have the sound option, the ability to turn on different sound functionalities, emergency broadcast. And you notice here also, as we're going through different areas, battery percentage, it told you what the battery level was and how much time you have left without even having to go in. And it's the same thing with storage. You could see that I have 59% used with 13.2 gigabytes of free space. Storage tab gives us access to the same information. We can free up some space. Smart storage is available. You want to be aware of what this does. It removes pictures on your device that are 90 days or older after being backed up to Google Photos. Now, this is something that you want to be aware of. If you've taken, let's say, 4K video, or you want to keep the original photos, turn this option off, as it will remove them. Also, Google Photos backs up your data at 1080p maximum resolution, not 4K. So if you've taken 4K video, you don't want to lose the original files. Security and alerts, you can set Find My Phone, Google Alert, security update as of August 5th. This is based on the released on Monday. Of course, fingerprint tells you how many fingerprints you have registered, device admin apps, SIM lock apps, trusted agent, screen pinning was off. I did turn it on to be able to use it. Apps with users access, you can actually go in and then check them out. It'll tell you the 3 applications that have it. Accessibility gives us the same functions that we had before. Next thing, we're going to go into Google services. This is just the options within the Google functionality. So for Google Fit Instant apps, if you want to turn those on in your system, you have to go in there and pick the application, or pick the account that you're going to be using to turn that on, and you'll be able to use it. Restore contacts, search, security, all of the things, and even your ad preferences. Under system is where we get a little bit more detailed into the actual UI. So we have language, date and time, backup to turn on and off. Developer options, I did turn that on a while back, and we also have system tuner. Now, if you don't have system tuner, let's say you do download and install Android 8 and you don't get that, the little gear here, if you press and hold long enough on it, when you open up the notification shade, it will enable the system tuner UI, which was actually kept in here. Normally, in the past, system tuner has been removed. So we'll go into System Tuner real quick. We can customize some of the status bar tabs that we have and the functionalities that we can. So if you don't want to see something up there and you just want to make it very clean and neat, you can definitely go in there. The Do Not Disturb is also turned on here. You can actually configure that. Going back one more time about the Pixel XL, we are running Android 8.0. Let's go ahead and open up the Easter egg. It still shows us the multi-layer Oreo cookie here. And if you press and hold on it long enough, we're not getting in the actual Oreo itself, we're getting this octopus still, so you're still able to interface with it. Under developer options, we have a few other things, new things that we didn't have before. How about halfway through, we'll start noticing the different audio options that we have here as far as the codec and what options that we have. So you'll notice Bluetooth is set up to be 1.4, the default. You can go to AVRCP 1.6 if you need it. Bluetooth stereo codec, we do have the ability to turning on aptX HD if your Bluetooth device supports it, so you can get better audio. It's right now set to be as default. Of course, we have Bluetooth bitrate. We're setting it to be default. You can have it forced to be either 16, 24, or 32-bit. And of course, you can go between system default or stereo for select the audio codec channel mode. And then Bluetooth codec here, best effort or the adaptive bitrate, or you can configure it to go either between 909 or between 660 or 330, the different levels of audio quality that you want. I like the fact that the battery performance in the background has been improved. I also like the fact that now we have the ability of using selective text. So an example would be, let's go ahead and open up a search. I went ahead and located the nearest target. I can actually select the text. And the reason I like to do this is it shows you now that selective text is also not only just normal, but you can actually just directly say that it's maps. Now this works really nice. Let's say it's in an email or a text message that you received and you want to be able to map to something. It just does directly what is intended. It'll open up maps and it'll start mapping for you. Definitely very nice to see that Android O is now available for all of our devices. I tested it out in the Android Auto as well as Google Daydream VR, and both experiences have been better or improved at least. Android Auto had some problems with the beta software, but now works pretty good. I was able to plug it in and it worked as intended. And the audio playback has been really nice. I love the fact that we have this actually official now. All we have to do is wait for Pixel 2 to be announced within the next few weeks, and we'll be able to see how Google's vision of the hardware will move forward. Now that we know how the software is going to be, it's the forward vision of what we need with the hardware. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe to this channel as usual. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.